Hey, thanks so much for checking out this quick video. If you follow me or you've seen some of my other stuff, then you know I love to just give out information, useful information to potential homeowners, potential home buyers, and just anyone interested in the real estate market. It's very important to me to just provide value. I know a lot of times if you're getting into the market, then realtors want to call you, bombard you with information and emails and things like that. And I'd rather just give it to you and let you make that choice. And really what I found is actually most people I talk to love to get the information this way because it's digestible. They can stop, they can rewind, they can pause and write down questions and then get back to me and get those things answered. And there's real power in information. So I just love to give the information out. And that's what we're going to do here. This particular video, I'm going to really talk about the three opportunities that my program, The Perfect Home Finder, allows you to take advantage of, and also just really, what the process is as we go forward. So again, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you're watching this particular video, then we probably already have talked. So I'm just getting this over to you as, I don't know, my form of, a buyer presentation, right? Again, I don't work like most agents, so I like to just give people the information in a form that they can digest. And this really, I'm telling you, people really seem to love, getting their presentations, their information this way. So this is how I'm doing it. So again, welcome. So first of all, let me just explain that the Perfect Home Finder really allows you to take advantage of the real estate market at every opportunity that comes up through the process. And those three opportunities are the search of your home, the financing when you do find a home, and the negotiation stage. And that's really where there's major competition at all three of those levels if you were already out in the market. And it might have been what scared you off, or it might have been why your agent that you were working with failed. And I don't mean that in a harsh way, but that's what happened. They weren't able to perform. So as an agent myself, I'm just not into banging my head against the wall, this brick wall that is the crazy real estate market. So I had to get with the pros. I had to invest my time, my money, and my energy and learn how the pros are doing it, because I'm not interested in being on signs and on billboards and stuff. I'm just interested in getting to the closing table. And if that's working off market, and if nobody really knows what I'm doing, that's probably even better for my clients, right? So that's what I've been doing, and that's what's been working, and that's what this Perfect Home Finder system is. It actually is more of an off-market program. Again, it's off-market homes that you get that people don't know is for sale, right? So it's not a gimmick. It's very real. There is no list. There are no listings, right? So that's really it in a nutshell. So let's get into it and how at each stage the Perfect Home Finder really gives you an advantage, right? So the first stage of your home buying process is of course going to be the search, right? And that's you get it on Zillow or Realtor.com or any of those home search sites and looking at houses, right? And if you are on there, you're looking at homes and you're going, wow, this is crazy. The prices, ridiculous that these people are asking, or the homes are just going on and off the market so fast that it's discouraging. You know what I mean? And I understand that. And again, that's why you're here. So you're who I'm talking to. So with the Perfect Home Finder, the search process actually goes a little bit differently, because what I actually do is I take all your preferences, and based on those, we go into these neighborhoods and these areas, and we pull the home out of the market. We go fishing for you, so you don't have to waste any time with that, any stress with that. You can really just hang out, go about your life, and as homes come in, we get them to you, right? So the search process is going to be super important, and it's usually where people stop their home search journey, really, right? Because they keep seeing homes come. I actually honestly have been in a home, showing a home on market, walk out, my clients love the home, I pull the home up just to get an idea, what was the price again, yada yada, all those things, and the home is already going to under contract, right? And this actually has happened a couple of times for me in this crazy market. So I understand, and that's really one of the things that drove me to say, oh wow, even while we're searching for homes, we're coming into problems, obstacles. So this is how you can take advantage. You're the only one that knows that these homes are for sale at that search stage, right? We're already above the competition there. So it's very important that, when we do talk, you let me know what your preferences are, where you want to be, and that way I can really target the neighborhood. And of course, it's not just a letter. I do some other things, but I don't want to give all the sauce away, right? Okay, so that's the search. Number 2 is going to be, of course, your financing. What your credit looks like. What type of mortgage are you going after? Usually, if you have a good lender, a local lender, they already send their business to lenders, and in turn, those lenders have packages for their clients, already prearranged packages or local packages that really help every stage of buyer, no matter where you are. So what we found is if you're at a 620, 640, then you probably already need to be talking to a realtor or a lender and getting that together, because there are programs that can get you there. If you aren't there, that's quite all right. It's not a big deal. Really, a realtor can help you with just a few things, or a lender, just a few things you can do to bump that score quickly, or you really need to be talking to both of us anyway to kind of help you get started if you're below that, so that you're not lagging behind when it's time to go search for a home. The time to search for a home is now. So you just got to do it the right way. And again, that's searching off-market homes that nobody else knows is for sale. That's going to be super important. And then you're going to get your financing together, right? Now, if you do have a loan or a mortgage, the reason why it's so important to worry about financing is because a lot of people go with what's called a pre-qualification. But what you want to do is be pre-approved. Let's say a pre-qualification is more of, you got online, you're searching for a house, you get on one of those mortgage calculators, you pop in a little bit of your information, employment history, gross income, blah, 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 and it gives you, okay, this is how much you can spend, right? Well, that's just a snapshot. And what happens is, and what's really sad is that when people use that pre-qualifications, and agents actually are okay with writing a contract with that pre-qualification, it doesn't give a full view of that person's finances. And then when it's time for the mortgage company, the lender, to really get into their finances, that deal falls through, because it wasn't a complete shot of what their finances were. So what you need is a pre-approval versus that pre-qualification. The pre-approval is a very strong offer from that lender that says, right now, the picture of their finances is great to buy this much home, and we pre-approve them for this amount. And barring, a person going to buy a car or nothing crazy happening, we will close with them, no problem. So actually, all the clients I work with, I prefer, actually, I only work with people who are willing to get pre-approved. That way, we don't have any hiccups, and we can get to the closing table with no stumbles. This is about you, and we really want to make it as stress-free as possible. So financing is going to be super, super important. Now, if you're a cash buyer, cash is king, right? So all of that other stuff I just said, you can actually disregard, because cash is king. You can close in 7, 14, 20 days. My title company is super, super great about getting that title search together and getting everything packaged up for cash buyers, because they're actually able to move a lot faster. If you've been in the market, you might even lost to a cash buyer. So if you have cash now, then you get to be one of those people, and financing for you is not an issue, right? But again, that's a super huge step in the perfect home finder if you're a cash buyer. So now you're competing, you're not even competing on the market. You're now a cash buyer that you can say, I can buy this home right now for cash at closing, and you actually make my job a little bit easier when we go to search for this home, because I can say, hey, I have a active cash buyer that's not an investor. It's actually a home buyer, and that's what people want, right? They don't really like selling their homes to investors. What's 3? Oh, sorry, excuse me. So number 3, negotiations, right? You want to make sure once you search for the home properly, once now you're good to go on financing, you want to make sure your negotiations are taken care of. You really need a competent lawyer, a realtor, to help you out with negotiations, because this is where in the market, if you've been shopping on market or on the MLS, this is where sellers have been taking advantage of buyers, right? They're not fixing anything. They're refusing, any type of inspections, any type of contingencies, right? The market is so competitive that they don't really have to do anything. And that's probably why you've been seeing so many, crappy homes, to be honest. So with this program, when you're out in front, when you're the only person having that conversation, I can then help in the negotiation stage. We can get that whole home inspection contingency taken care of, because the terms have already been talked about when we started talking to this person, when they responded to our marketing. So negotiations now is another stage where you can take advantage, because actually you have all the power. The person is interested in what you're doing and how you're going to get, you know, them their money at the end of the day, right? And it's just you. So I can really help with that and say, hey, well, listen, we're gonna get the ball rolling as soon as possible, but we got to make sure my people get the perfect home, exactly what they were looking for. Okay, so we'll get that whole home inspection. They may even do, you know, wood eating insects, and if it's septic or well, we're gonna get all those things inspected, because we're not gonna buy a problem, right? The system is called the perfect home finder, right? So we're going to get you your home the right way, so that in the future you don't have a ton of problems, right? So if we have those inspections done, we have those contingencies in place, we can come back to the seller and say, hey, this is what we found, this is what needs to be taken care of, so that you're okay, and so that you're protected, right? That at every stage you're able to say, oh, well, we can get out of this, right? So that's why negotiations are going to be very powerful for you. But with the perfect home finder, actually you can take advantage even at the negotiation stage, because you don't have to waive any of those inspections, any of those contingencies, just to get the person to look at your contract. All right, we're already right there at the table with them. We're already engaged with them. So that's the best way to go about your home search in the current market. It's really the new way to do it. You have to, you know, as an agent, we have to find solutions. I can't sit on my hands and say, hey, I wish the market would change. I came into this saying that I'm going to do this differently. So again, I had to invest my time, energy, and money and learn a different way. And I've learned from the top 1% that this is the way they do it. They spend their own dollars and they go out and market and find homes for their customers, regardless of if it's on the MLS or not. Right. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been actually seeing great success with. And that's what we're doing here. And again, that's why you're here. That's how you found me, actually, was through marketing. So you need an agent that, of course, has a great personality, somebody you're going to mesh with, because it's really about chemistry. And I feel the same way. And you should too. Two, you need someone who understands marketing. Everybody, I'm telling you, there's more real estate agents in the country, in our state, than you can even think of. So most people anybody can sell a home, right? Or list a home. Or anybody can really get you in front of buyers, but can they win you contracts? Can they get you a home? That's been a challenge for people in this market. And that's the solution that actually I'm providing. So you can search for homes at your own pace, off market. Nobody else knows they're for sale. One offer, one home, right? So what we do after we start that search process and we get to talking to people, in the meantime, what we like to do is get you RWA certified. And what that is I call that an RWA certification, but it really is just saying that I'm a ready, willing, and able buyer. So that way we'll provide either a pre-approval letter. If you're a cash buyer, we will provide proof of funds of some sort. That way they know that you're not kicking tires. If this is the right home, then you're ready to make a purchase. So like I said, once we get your preferences, neighborhood, amenities, school district, city, just location, and everything that you want in a home, then the next step again is to make sure you're RWA certified. Now, the third step, of course, is we begin searching for the home. And once we find that home, that's the easy part, because this person, through marketing, has already raised their hand and said, hey, I would like to sell my home, and I'd like to, if this person is willing, I'd like to show the home to them first, regardless of what their plans are. And that's very, very powerful. It's very, very, very advantageous for my clients. So that's really what this is, right? So again, you don't have to worry about paying me. This service is 100% free. I hope if you've worked with somebody before, a buyer before, they explain to you that as a buyer agent, my pay, my fee, I don't even like it to call it a commission, because for me, this is a convenience fee. I am actually a marketing specialist that actually just has to have a real estate license because of the industry that I'm in, right? So I actually like to call it more of a convenience fee, because that's what we're providing here. We're taking away the stress, we're taking away the headaches, we're taking away the rejection, the failure, right? And providing the convenience of shopping for homes as they come in at your own pace, being the only one to make the offer on the home. And that's super convenient and it's super powerful. And as a buyer, it's absolutely free, because my fee comes out of the seller's proceeds, right? The seller has the asset, and there's a pool of money that's generated from this asset, and the seller's agent actually gets the commission, and they pay me out of that commission. So this is a free service. The money I'm invested is just for me to find you a home and for me to get you results. Okay, so I'm not going to ask you for a portion of that money back. It doesn't really matter if it takes 1 month or 30 months. I'll continue to market your home because again, I'm about providing solutions in this market. So if that's something that interests you, I've probably attached some more information to this email, or if you're just watching just this video, please feel free to contact me with the information that's provided with this video. And let's get started. I look forward to speaking with you, and I'll talk soon.